In this video, we're going to show you how to paint a Concept2 blade with a white factory finish. The first thing I need to stress is how important it is to sand the surface of the blade completely. We'll start by showing you the guide coat. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a guide coat using a gray spray cheap primer product. This is going to allow us to find the imperfections in the surface of the blade and sand those out for a nice smooth finish. So we'll put our respirator on. Shake the can well. And then just hold the can away from the blade 18 to 20 inches, something like that, to have a mist across the blade. Quickly just spray a little gray primer on both sides. If you get a little heavy, it's no big deal. We're going to sand this off anyways. We allow that to dry 5 to 10 minutes. For the next portion of the blade painting, we're going to use, in this case, you can either sand by hand with 220 grit paper, or you can use an orbital sander. Put on our mask. And first we're going to start by sanding into the corner of the blade and working our way across the whole surface, and in the end we'll hand sand the cone area, as the orbital sander is a little bit difficult to get a good finish there. Here we go. Then we'll use the 220 to sand the cone. Also remove all the guide coat with the sandpaper. We're trying to take all that gray paint off, and that's how we'll know that we're down to the surface that'll be ready for our finish paint. Now that we've sanded the entire surface of the blade, we'll take a little alcohol, it's just regular rubbing alcohol, and we'll put it on the lint-free cloth and wipe the surface of the blade. This will make our surface ready for paint. Now I often get calls about recommendations for paint. And the paint, we tell people that you can use everything from a spray paint to an epoxy. Spray paint is pretty inexpensive, pretty readily available, but also isn't as durable as most people would like. So that's the trade-off. Now when painting a blade, probably best off to start by painting the edges, because what will happen if you try to come back and paint the edges is you'll end up with a surface that has runs all around. So you can pretty well just go around the outside and do all your edges, and we'll just do a little bit here on the end to give you the idea. Lightly just dip it in, and then if you have some runs we can clean it off the surface afterwards. Put this product on light, multiple coats is better. See, now we can just brush it off the ends. We'll come back and we'll touch that surface up after we do the back side. Nice thing about these products are you can get a bunch of people and make short work of the painting process. Smooth it off. Now you would paint the whole surface. If there's still white showing through, you can go back through and put on another coat. We're going to leave you with one demonstration as to why sanding the surface of the blade and sanding it well is so important. What we have is a blade that we have no prep on one side, and we have 220 grit sanded prepped on the other side. And you'll see that I'll be able to take a razor blade and just peel the paint right off one side, and it's gone. And I'll do the same thing on the other side that has been prepped with the 220 grit paper.